You raised some interesting suggestions, chat. There are many possibilities being presented to us.
Must be tough for Yuna. We leave at daybreak. If Yuna figures out where we're going,
Wait,
that
it must
is.
be tough for you now. What about you, Waka? You're way more lost in the sauce than she is.
Maybe you should talk to her. I am tired.
Wonder what Uni'll do, huh? Think she'll quit her pilgrimage?
That's what you want, right?
Well, if Uni really wants to keep
Tidus's
going,
poor
then
feet can't be anchored to the ground
I guess I
whatsoever.
shouldn't stop her, you know?
They just have to slide all over the
That's
place.
what I think anyway. I wonder if there's a way to perform the final summoning and not die.
Waka doesn't get it still, yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yuna's off in the woods. Kamari's with her, but maybe you should go too.
I'm noticing
I
that
think it might
only
help
Kimari
if
pronounces
you
it
were
as
there.
Kimari. Everyone else says Kimari. Or Kimari, not Kimari.
It would be so easy to fight without thinking. Walk a straight line. So
Good news, Lulu, we are walking in a straight line. This is the predecessor to Final Fantasy 13.
I feel kind of bad leaving everything up to her, you know?
I am.
Let me use the sphere, please. Whatever, I'll do it later. Oh man, what a nice background. You don't get things this blue anymore. This is a 2000s exclusive color of blue. Kimari watches the not lovemaking. Hey, he's supportive like that. You're the one who said he was a dad. Crystals. Exactly, you get it. That's what it's all about. Colors don't exist in modern games. That's not true at all. Colors didn't exist in 7th gen, but after they started pushing 4K and HDR, they had to start putting color back in. It's just nowadays you get much more professional, like very like properly developed colors, and in the 2000s, it was just whatever colors your screen could manage. I've
I
never
always
gotten
thought that
quite
this would be
what
easier
goes on
somehow.
with this pool. I don't know how deep it is.
I thought that
I don't know if
everyone would
Yuna's
help
kind of
me.
floating here, because she can
With all
walk
my
on water.
friends together
She only does it
beside me.
one time, but she can walk on water.
I've been trying so hard.
Maybe you're trying too hard. They told me everything.
Everything?
Yeah, like everything seems like the water seems very shallow right now.
Well, so
But in
then,
the cutscene after, they dive really deep underwater.
you know,
And water is very mysterious in the Final Fantasy X universe, so who knows?
I'm sorry.
It's a magic pool? It is magic, canonically. The Macalania Woods are tied to the
just,
Far Plane and the Faith
you know,
and
All
Pyreflies
those
and all
things I
that.
said.
It's weird. In 10 2, like, oh man, this place is
let's go get
dying. The
Sin,
color and
or
magic is
about
fading from it,
Sanderkin.
but it's the exact same models.
I didn't know
They,
what would
they could have
happen
like
to you,
made it
you know?
grayscale or something, sure, but
guess-
no. Just make it just as whimsical and magical as before.
I hope it didn't
but
make you
say that it's
sad.
dying and all the magic is gone.
Forgive
Order
me.
Sanctuary? Kinda, I guess.
I wasn't sad. I was happy.
Oh no. You know, it's like, oh no, he's not in my field of vision. He's gone. He disappeared. I don't have object permanence.
Yuna! Just don't do it.
The pilgrimage?
Yeah. That's right. Forget all about sin. About being a summoner. Forget all of that. You know, live a normal life. Come on now, Yuna, what do you say?
Maybe I will.
Order a sanctuary where the world's whitest woman doesn't sit in the middle. I mean, Luna Freya isn't in that Dissidia. She's only in Opera Omnia.
Everyone be surprised.
I feel like Luna Freya and Cosmos would get along very well,
Except
though.
Riku. She'd be with you. Lulu and Waka wouldn't hold out long.
Kamari would say yes, too, I know. But Sir Orin...
I'll make him understand, Yuna. It's the least I can do for you.
No, I should tell him. He deserves it.
Something I've been thinking about as this game kind of draws to a close, like there's still a ways to go, but we're near the like final areas. And I was thinking about how, unlike like every Final Fantasy game is different, obviously, but I feel like 10 is the most different. I think it very much has a tone of its own that doesn't share a lot with any other Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Because like there's certain
We can all
like
fly there.
concepts in Final Fantasy that are very much something
We'll
that
have a big
repeats.
party at my place.
And this game
then we
has
could
all the
see
usual
Blitzball.
things like
That's right.
summons and stuff, but
Your
they're so
Xanadu Ace
different
would
from
play?
everything
Yeah.
else that I really
all
do
watch
feel
you
like
play
it sticks out
in the
as
stadium all
the
lit up
most
at
different
night.
of the different
I
games.
cheer and cheer till I couldn't cheer anymore.
Yeah, right on.
Well, what about after the game?
You're
We
sad
go out
Square
and have
didn't go
fun.
through with making
middle
15
of the
DLC. The new plot stuff in the book releases
problem.
sounds comically
Xanadu
bad. It does
never
sound
sleeps.
pretty bad. Luna Freya do be getting kidnapped after coming back to life with demon powers.
Let's go to the sea. Before the sunrise. The city lights go out one by one.
You can be like, I want to be a pop star, but also
The
a
stars
bounty
fade.
hunter. Oh, I can't choose.
Then the horizon glows, almost like it's on fire. It's kinda rose-colored, right? First in the sea, then it spreads to the sky, then to the whole city. It gets brighter and brighter, till everything glows.
Do you think that
really
moon up there also rotates around the world of Final Fantasy VII?
I know
Hey,
you
Trash
like
Man
it.
Sam, thank you for redeeming a butterfly for Wolfos Town. Reminder that you can buy stuff for Wolfos Town. Hey, Trash Man Sam, thank you for the flower for Wolfos Town and 4,342
Well,
Wolfos
we can both
towards
go.
the rebuilding of the overlay. It's appreciated. All those things help. And yeah, for those who weren't there when I said it before, restoring the overlay will also add more options to Wolfos Town. The two main ways are going to be either completing goals that aren't related to Wolfos Town specifically, like this, or by
just
completing games on stream.
I can't
When I
go.
said Luna Freya, you forgot that was a character and pictured you Alaska. I mean, she doesn't leave that much impact. Unfortunately. The moons the meteor Sephiroth summoned. They got stuck in orbit around the Final Fantasy X world. Is that what you're saying? After they failed to it got deflected by Holy. go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. This song is really more fitting for 10-2. It more accurately represents Yuna as a character in that game, but we can use it as foreshadowing here. No, Miss Page, you got it backwards. 10 takes place long after Final Fantasy VII. Or wait. No, wait, you got it right. Never mind. I completely got it backwards. My bad, sorry. You were in the right there. No, yeah. In 10-2, they start the expedition to drain life from planets in order to make fuel, and then they leave and go to Final Fantasy VII. The new Sonic game better have a Crush 40 song? It'd be weird if it didn't, honestly. They've been giving Crush 40 a lot of play lately. They even got him for the racing game. This is overall a very nice scene. Like, I think it might actually be one of the best scenes in Final Fantasy as a whole. It's a shame that there's music that may get this video blocked worldwide, so I have to do this. But Square Enix forces me to do these things sometimes.
I'll continue. I must.
Well, a shameless shill, I assume that spheres are waterproof. They're made of water.
If I give up now, I could do anything I wanted to. And yet...
It's weird because, like, yeah, you could do whatever you want to if you gave up, but that is actually a very, very limited selection in the world of Final Fantasy X because everyone's constantly getting wiped out by sin. So, like, you know.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, Black Knight. One of the many reasons Black Knight is so good is because it has so many Crush 40 songs.
I'm your guardian.
And, like...
Unless I'm fired.
Black Knight also had... They don't have Crush 40 for the final song, and it's still as good as any Crush 40 song. Maybe even slightly better, but it's a tough choice.
Not until the end. Always.
Play Black Knight on stream. I might.
Always then.
It wouldn't take that long. It's like 3 hours long. Could probably do it in one stream, or at least 2.
Maybe
You just start 10-2, time to
head
own
back
Devil
camp
Doom.
first.
When you start 10-2, don't forget to use a guide.
Roger.
Don't worry about 100%, but make sure you use a guide or you'll miss so much stuff. So much stuff. Oh, cutscene cut out just in time. Well, not the cutscene, but the screen went to the blackout mode. All right, now back to building up relationship points for Kimahri. That's what the romance is really about here. Yeah, got a Chivo. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Wait. I'll go with you.
They're kind of holding hands as much as the PS2 allows. I think that within the world of PS2 and PS1 games, clipping into each other is the surest sign of love. It's like getting matching wedding rings or something like that, like, or like those weird ceremonies where it's like, we're gonna take 2 different bottles of sand and mix them together to show that we're uniting into a single entity. Because that's what marriage is, apparently.
Sir Auron?
Wish you could whistle
Waka.
using your fingers. You don't understand it at all. Good. Whistling is terrible.
Lulu.
People should never whistle.
Kimahri? Riku? Everyone, we leave at dawn. And... I'm sorry for putting you through all this.
All right, we're getting to the Grand Pulse section of Final Fantasy X.
Enough. You need your rest.
Yes. Good night.
This area is weird, so I'm not sure how much progress I'm going to make on this stream specifically. It's Friday, so I do go a bit longer, or at least try to. But it's going to be weird. Devil Doom sucks? Well, I have good news for you. That, like, the Soul era of Sonic, where all the games had Soul, yeah, that was also the time when all the final bosses really sucked. really sucked. Like, I dropped into KZ streaming Sonic Unleashed right in time for the finale. That final boss is so bad. And like, the Sonic Advance games all have obscenely difficult things you have to do to get just a chance to do the special stages, to get the Chaos Emeralds, to get the true ending. And like Sonic Heroes is really bad about it too. And even when it's easy to get the Chaos Emeralds, like in Shadow the Hedgehog, the final battle still usually is really bad and not worth it because it's a completely different style of gameplay, so it doesn't have very much polish. And obviously some of those games from that era of Sonic are already not super polished, so it's a big problem. There's one thing among all of this. Sonic Unleashed for the Wii has a really good final boss. It has Punch-Out, it has like a decent mechanic for Super Sonic. It's very good. Oh yeah, this reminds me. Okay, so I meant to mention this when I actually first did this, because off stream, back when we first got to Macalania Woods, I went back and got all of the different Auron Inject spheres and stuff. And that unlocked those overdrives for Auron, obviously. And the thing is, if you go back, every NPC almost, like tons and tons of NPCs, have new dialogue. And there is a subplot to Final Fantasy X I never knew existed. If you go back to Luca and talk to the NPCs, they talk about how the Yevon used the Al Bhed as to set a precedent to enact martial law on Luca and basically flood the place with warrior monks. And this is just something I never knew about, because why would you go back to Luca immediately after doing that unless you're getting all the spheres? And even then, why would you talk to NPCs? You have to be insane like some sort of me. Alright, is there anything if you go back here I don't remember? But yeah, like it's wild to me that they probably gave at least like 40 NPCs, probably more, extra dialogue. Like if you go to the Mi'ihen High Road, there are Guado now there, and they talk about how they've been brought in to patrol in the stead of the Youth League. Like, it's such a linear game. Why would you put that much effort into the NPC extra dialogue? Classic Square Enix unnecessary detail. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not used to Square Enix doing that for NPCs. I can't think of any other game where they do that much NPC dialogue for optional stuff. I guess because it was an era where they could still just do it with text, it wasn't that crazy to do, and the game was so linear and had so few towns compared to previous games. I guess they could put the effort into that area, maybe? It's strange though. Yeah, it's more of a Trails thing. I hear that Trails is insane with NPC dialogue. Like, to the point where it drives people nuts if they're the kind of person who has to get all that dialogue. Like, I know Pat Starzak complained about it, and I know someone else went insane too from trying to do it. Endless Possibilities, one of your top 3 Sonic songs. It's very good. Like, any vocal Sonic song, if someone says it's their top 3, I would say, well, yeah, can't argue with that. Like, what is a bad vocal Sonic song in a mainline game? Like even like the side games have pretty strong vocal themes. Like what's the most like obscure one I can think of? Where is it? I can't remember what it's called. It's that much of a thing that no one talks about. Yeah, Race to Win. There we go. Like they got Crush 40 for a PSP game. I think it's Crush 40. At least it might be the secondary singer for Escape from the City. Close enough. Like, it's only about a minute long, so it's short by those standards, but still. Your flatmate showed you an example of the changing dialogue and said no wonder it takes so long for these games to localize. Yeah, I guess to an extent, but at the same time, localization has gotten a lot smoother in general. Because, like Persona games have tons and tons of dialogue to localize too. And they're not even getting that bad anymore. I mean, no, actually, I shouldn't say that. Persona 5 Strikers took how long to come over? Never mind, I need a better example. Yakuza, there we go. Yakuza is a good example of how modern it is. Why does this tree have a slight white outline? Is that just like a 2000s glow effect they have on it? Skyscraper Scamper Day is a fave. I mean, but there's also Skyscraper Scamper Night too, though. Like, how do you go wrong? I feel like Unleashed, I love how varied the soundtrack of Unleashed is. It's like, I wish they could make another game that had an excuse to be that varied. I can't remember it. Is the kid in the Celestial Mirror available yet? Oh. Supposed to be my dad here, but he's late. Supposed to be my husband here, but he's late. Okay, so the husband up here, I can't remember exactly how this quest goes. But I want to get Kimahri's lance as soon as I can. You beat Devil Doom, congrats. Now here's the thing. Don't forget, you have to also get an A rank in every single mission so you can do hard mode, because that has story too. Alright, is this quest not quite available yet? Or is the husband somewhere else? I can't quite remember how it goes. Soul Hackers 2 now launched globally same day too. Yeah, like, that's becoming so common nowadays is the thing. So, like, when, like, the Trails localization stuff is nightmarish, because as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, a bunch of the Trails games are already localized, and they just bought them, and they're just waiting to release them because they're insane. That Digimon Survive is 70% visual novels like VN can release worldwide same day. So can a lot of games, certainly. Yeah. Well, like, even like Chrono Cross, that just got remastered, and that has a whole visual novel included with it that's never been localized before. And like, that's a Square Enix game, but also it's a very budget Square Enix game. It released for like $20. So like, it's so common nowadays. So not doing it is kind of hard to excuse. Is it substantial story content? So what it is the hard mode of Shadow the Hedgehog is you play every single level in sequence. And there's no missions, it's just get to the goal. And there's new like harder challenge things added to it. I don't know exactly what. And all the hint balloons, not balloons, like the question marks, are replaced with dialogue from different party members who all say stuff. So I actually haven't, I haven't spoiled myself on it because I plan to look at it myself once I do get A ranks and everything, as I just chip away at my overall plan to play through Shadow the Hedgehog 326 times. So I can't tell you exactly what the story content is or how worth it is, I just know it exists. Alright, I'm going to quickly look up the Celestial Mirror quest to see if I can do it yet. I really appreciate that some of the like guides you can find for Final Fantasy X are still so deeply set in the past. They are some jank-ass, old-ass websites, and I'm here for it. Alright, Remium Temple. Each game character has a high-powered weapon. Yeah, I know that. Chocobo training side quest. Okay, yeah, right. The Cloudy Mirror is from the Celestial Temple. No, you ought to defeat Seymour Nodus. Wait, yeah, in Via Purifico. Okay. Travel back to the entrance of Macalania Woods. You can either walk there or use the airship to travel to Lake Macalania. Backtrack there or use the Save Spear. Okay, it seems like I have to go to Remium Temple first. This is a weird hybrid guide I'm reading. It's not just about... it's not just telling me what I need to know in order to get the Celestial Mirror. It's also talking about just generalized game tips. So the takeaway for Shadow the Hedgehog is he's moved beyond his past. You can actually see that characterization carry into Sonic 06. Like he's chosen to live in the present and be there for his friends, like the Team Dark, which does not exist. It's a fake team, except unless you're a big fan of the Sonic Uno card game. Shadow the Hedgehog simply chosen to be kin. True, he was forced kinned into moving beyond his past. That's the most wholesome kinning there is. Alright, so in terms of optional stuff coming up, there's Yojimbo's Temple and there's Remium Temple. Can't do everything in Remium yet, but at least that means I should be doing Chocobo stuff first, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Also, hopefully I don't get wiped by a Malboro, because that would really suck. It's annoying enough doing it on my own time, but it would be a stream killer. Yeah, Shadow is like if Virgil was willing to actually accept his character development and didn't try to be edgy about it.
The Calmlands.
We should all aspire to be
Long
more like
ago,
Sonic. It's true.
The High Summoners fought Sin here.
Like, I wish I had the
ends
Sonic
here.
Encyclopedia with me, because they do
Beyond,
specifically
there are
say,
no towns,
like
no
the very
villages,
beginning is the
only
description of
endless
Sonic, and it
plains.
says he has a
Many
strong
summoners stray from their
affinity
path
for
and lose their
justice,
way here.
not for the sake of the law, but just because of his own ideals, and we should all be like that. There's no Virgil Dissidia mod? That's strange, honestly. Actually, in the same way though, who would be Dante? Would it be Cloud? That's actually weirdly fitting, isn't it? Because you need someone with a big sword,
always-
and it can't be dual wielding.
known where to go.
And unfortunately, there's no real style switching. Oh, maybe Bart's. You might be able to stretch Bart's into a Dante. This is actually a tough question.
I won't let you die.
God, why is Sonic so good?
I'll find a way.
Because it's
somehow.
just one of those. It's all things are born from Sonic and also end. You are no different. Sonic sprouts within it, grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. Eventually, all things return to the Sonic whence they came.
Let's go.
I told Yuna I would find a way. I guess I wanted to believe that words could make it come true.
Alright, so who wants to donate $5,000 for me to do the Chocobo racing minigame live on stream? Who has $10 trillion that they're willing to donate to make me do that? Okay, this thing is probably going to be a big problem. I can sense it. I foresee a power boost. And Auron may not be able to kill it anymore. Yeah, Hypello potions, those are a thing. Alright, starting to get some gems, that's good. I need lots of stuff to use in this game. Use is a key to all of this. No one in the chat, that's for sure. Well, that's why you need to all reach out to your rich friends and get them to donate just obscene, ridiculous amounts of cash, just unmarked bills delivered straight to my doorstep that will then make it so that I have to do the Chocobo racing minigame. This is our new stream goal. Just now I've come up with it. Alright, I guess it's finally time for Lulu to actually start doing her real job. She doesn't have Pierce though, but she has Stone Touch, so whatever. No one is evil enough to do that to you. I do not believe. I have seen what people are willing to for streamers to do. I have seen people play The Quiet Man. I have seen people play Balan Wonderworld. I have seen people play all kinds of stuff because they got too much money. I have seen people try to intentionally set their goals so high that no one would ever do it, and they still did it. Stone Touch is so broke. It is kind of nuts. They give it to you so early too. If you had money, you would be evil enough. See, the world is balanced by people who are evil. They don't have money, and people who do have money become more heroic and full of justice. They don't spend it on us plebeians. Morality is very complex like that. God, dude, this is so embarrassingly weak. It's kind of rough. Alright, so I probably won't need to actually get I probably won't have to bother to get these like the Ga tier magic for Kimahri, because Tidus is probably going to be just fine as a black mage once I get there for him. That's the feeling I'm getting. Gigaboots' legacy, paying money for playing war crimes for money. There we go. Although I guess paying money for war crimes is also an accurate way to put it in reverse.
Perhaps you would like to know a bit about these planes.
Honestly, it is legitimately unhealthy what people pay Gigaboots to
As
do.
you know, these planes were once a battlefield.
But it is self-inflicted too. They do stream for like 30, 40, up to like 200 hours in a row, and they just kind of die playing a game all in one go. Love Matron's voice? Then boy, do I have a YouTuber for you. Check out Thora High Heels on YouTube. He loves to do this voice.
With no harm to the common folk. Perfect for a final battle with sin, as it were. Summoners wait here, ready to perform the final summoning.
I love
know
how
what they
the
must
idea
feel.
behind this location is that
In any
it is a
case,
planet that has
when
just been
sin is
absolutely
defeated here,
torn to shreds by
visit
various
spirit
Aeon battles.
once more.
It's a
That's
really
why
good
this
way of
place
showing the
is
idea
now
that the
known
final Aeon is
as the
really
Calm
devastatingly
One.
strong, even compared to the ones you already
Exactly what
have.
told it so is unknown. And that, as they say, is that.
Oh, I didn't notice Reverend said they'll donate to prevent me from doing the Chocobo minigame. See, that's how you really make money on Twitch. You get people to have a bid war, and you have them fight between good and evil. Will you do the thing, or will people pay enough to prevent the bad thing from happening? Oops. KZ hit a stream goal to play Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden this weekend. As far as I know, that's a good game. I've never seen anyone really complain about it. So, that's probably not a big deal. Oh no, everything's getting really strong. They're doing some real damage and I still don't have very much health. Wait, is this just called Skull? Hold on. Huh. That's a high-profile name for a generic enemy. Alright, what can Lulu do here? Do you... Whoa, okay. This game is lagging out like crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, it just completely hitched. Uh-oh. Okay, it's back, but the frame rate is down to like a slideshow. I don't know what is up with the Xbox version of this game, but it runs really bad. Hopefully it doesn't crash. This is pretty dire. Reboots once streamed Ratchet and Clank for 33 hours straight. Yeah, no, that's unhealthy. They shouldn't be doing that. It's not good. Skull is a wolf in Old Norse mythology, so not really. No, that's the thing. It is. For it to have a mythological thing like that, like Skull is also a boss fight in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like it's got gravitas to it, but here it's just a wolf guy. It's a normal wolf with like, is it a fire whisker? I don't know. Oh, it must be the tongue. The tongue is on fire, but only the tip. It's like a party trick. One day, Titus, you'll be able to do something, I'm sure. Ugh. Oh, lots of weaknesses, nice. You went to bed twice during that stream. I've gone to bed many times during Gigaboot streams because it'll be like 1 in the morning for me, which means it's even earlier for them. And I'll be like, well, they still got like 4 or 5 hours left in this ending bit. So good luck, I guess. Have fun. One day this is gonna catch up with you physically. Put Shadow the Hedgehog on your media thread, 8 out of 10. Nice. I'm glad that you enjoyed it despite your frustrations. Oh, I got 8. Nice. Look at that damage. That's some Titus damage right there if I've ever seen any. So because of that +8 to agility, Waka is going to be my go-to for flying and for quick enemies. He already kind of was, but you know. One stream you tapped out at the end of Jak 3 and wake up to the next morning to find they started Jak X right after. That does sound like something they would do. I guess they probably have stamina built up from doing it for so long, because they have been in the game for quite a while. I'm glad that they're doing a lot better now. Like they've really built up a strong audience that is supporting them, and they've got like a decent Patreon going and all that. Because they have been YouTubing for years. Gigaboots are doing a PS1 retro roulette today. Nice. Yeah, they're showing off that, oh, I forget what it's called. That thing for retro stuff. I forget what it's called. Is it the Mister? It might be the Mister. You know, I remember it being more of a thing, like, because there's stuff in this area specifically saying, like, oh, if you're lost, you can do this, but this is a big circle. There is no way to get lost here, unless you're a little dumb kid like I was. Pokemon Monday's stream was delightful. Nice. I wish I caught more streams of people I know. Not that I know the Gigaboots very well besides KZ. Oh no, silence on Kimahri, that's actually bad. Oh no, death on Kimahri, that's really bad. Ambushes, like, are especially a problem now, but if I get ambushed by a Malboro, it's gonna be all over. Okay, what can I do? Come on, hit. Yeah! Nice, that's some good damage. Finally, a physical attack that does damage. Okay, those poison fangs are gonna be good if I can't get bio in time, but I think I'm close to bio. Dan reads Pokedex entries. Yeah, I've seen them mention a few times how they've had to tweak the Pokedex entry rewards because it was killing their throat. Oron's still on his default sword, I just realized. Like, man, this is such a weird run to think about. So it doesn't really seem like it, but I do have to be a bit stingy with these Albed potions. I have a lot right now, but you can't really get more of them until you can go back to the desert. And even then, I don't really want to grind for them, so yeah, I gotta be a little bit careful and try and use them more for status healing, I think. Because I'll be getting more Mega Potions now at this point in the game anyways, I'm pretty sure, so should be fine. Man, Riku can't hit the flying enemies though. Doesn't get enough accuracy, I guess. I gotta heal. He's my... Wakka's my only way to hit flying enemies, really. And speedy enemies. Like, him and Kimahri are so important to my lineup. I protect them at all costs. At least Wakka is pretty sturdy. Hey, nice, a hit. Once she gets a little bit more strength, she'll be pretty handy. Strength and quick hit and delay buster. I am glad characters are finally starting to come into their own. I'm finally doing decent damage with some characters. Tidus's healing is alright. And like, I'm getting some like 40 plus stats in some areas now. Like, it's good that things are finally starting to work out. I knew if I just believed in myself and stuck to my ideals, things would turn out good. Alright, do you have any weapons now? Alright, magic boosts for Yuna. This might be good for Kimahri, but 20% magic is really good. Like, that's 20% boosts are not something you really see until later, usually. Ooh, magic counter, okay. Okay, that's good, yeah. That's probably worth it. What a weird thing to give for Tidus. Because wait, okay, I think, okay, wait, it's been a minute. I think how magic counter works is if you get hit by magic, you cast that magic back. And that would be worthless on Tidus normally. But with this build, that might be good. Well, in terms of I'd say, okay, it gets kind of weird because in terms of content, there is this place, Remium Temple, and Yojimbo Temple all in one area, and then Gagazet, and then Zanarkand, and then just the end of the game. But yeah, it's not exactly, but I'd say 2/3 is accurate. Maybe 3/4 even? Hard to say. Okay, some wards and health for Wakka. That's not terrible. Stone and silence proof. Okay, so Lulu really doesn't need silence proof, but stone proof you can't go wrong with. Whoa! Okay, this is... What a... Huh. This almost seems like it's made for me to be playing the wrong build with Auron. Because why would you want 35% MP on Auron unless you're building him as a mage? Huh. Like, I never would have even considered buying this normally. And it is expensive. But 35% MP. That is big. And then auto med for Riku. Okay, this, I might not use it right now. Actually, oh, you know what? This could save me if I get ambushed by a Malboro. So no, never mind. I'm gonna use that. But yeah, no, this seems really worth it. I think I'm gonna get it. And I got 200 MP. He's comparable to the start of the game Lulu. Great. See, the expert grid was thought out after all. True. They were playing 13-dimensional chess with me. Chess. There's the word. I'm gonna get a few more of these. Probably need more than 30 at this point, honestly. Don't need more high potions. Probably could do with a few more Phoenix Downs, because I might get into a loop. Okay, I am being a bit spendy, but I usually don't spend money in Final Fantasy games in general, so I gotta actually pay attention though for a challenge run. 13-dimensional chests? Yeah, that's what the truly hidden chests are in this game. They're in the 13th dimension. See, it was connected to Final Fantasy 13 all along. You didn't know this. Okay. Step 1.
This ends now.
So I should try and keep Riku out so I don't get wiped, because auto med will probably save me from a wipe if I'm smart. And if possible, I want to try and get Stone Touch and Piercing on Lulu. That'll make her everything she needs to be, honestly. And then, you know, strength bonuses or something, but that can come later. Yeah, I guess I'll just put Riku on full-time stealing duty, and then everyone else can swap out. Those poison fangs are going to be nice, I think. I really need more stuff to do with Tidus. Oh well. At least his magic's getting high enough that Prey can do a little bit of spot healing. Oh, Auron actually has comparable MP to Kimahri now. Nice. Unfortunately, Auron's magic stat is atrocious. It is I think the worst stat I have. I did use Yuna, right? Oh well. Damn it, I didn't use Yuna. And she needs it. Yeah, I got another strength bonus of all things for Auron. He's got 32 strength now, so he got 1 strength boost basically this entire game, and now he's comparable to like Lulu. Lulu's only got 3 more strength, I believe. Like, where are the magic boosts? Come on. MP, defense, evasion, HP, agility, defense, health, accuracy, demi. I wonder. Probably shouldn't even bother with these ones, honestly. In fact, yeah. Probably not worth a level 2 key sphere. Okay, MP, defense, evasion, agility, defense. There we go. There's a magic. Wow. And just in time for the Ga magic. Probably not going to bother with death. Defense, evasion, another magic. Wow, it takes forever for him to get anything. But things will ramp up though once they start crossing into other grids. Because something nice is everyone comes out at the end of someone else's grid, so you get right into their +4s. And Lulu just eats good with the finale for Auron's grid, because he got all kinds of +4. There's a +4, there's a +4, there's a +4. And then once you get out of here, there's a +4. Yeah, right here. Like, her strength's gonna be good. But Auron's got a ways to go. I just gotta get to that safe area before our Malboro ruins everything.
The only way to go is forward.
If you want to know just how badly I've been hurt by Malboros, one time I did the Chocobo minigame to get Tidus' Celestial Weapon, and then I got ambushed by a Malboro and lost my save. Well, not my save, but, you know, lost my progress and had to do it all over again. So yeah, no, Malboros will cause me to panic. It's pretty cruel, honestly, that they would put such disastrous encounters in a place where you have to do a mini game to get a weapon. I guess now is as good of a time as any to remind everyone that you can use your White Wolfos you've accumulated by watching to buy stuff for Wolfos Town, or go towards rebuilding the overlay. Rebuilding the overlay will also unlock additional options for Wolfos Town going forward. Also, I haven't mentioned in a while, a new thing has been added to the stuff you can add to Wolfos Town. You can redeem butterflies in commemoration of completing Kirby in the Forgotten Land. So there's that. Thank you, Pansy Zombie, for redeeming a flower for Wolfos Town.
So, how shall we do this?
I am curious what Lulu's actual damage is, though. She has no piercing. She just keeps turning everything to stone. She's too good. Like, a recurring problem I've had on this run is I want to see where Lulu's damage is actually at, and I can't get her to do damage because she's too busy turning everything to stone. Oh, hey, is that another +4? Nice. Getting there. Very slowly getting there. See, Lulu and Tidus are made for each other. They both have around 20 of the stat they're using for their damage. Or no, wait. I keep forgetting. Tidus is actually doing good for magic now, isn't he? Weird. It's interesting how some characters are doing just fine and some of them really aren't. So I gotta ask you guys in the chat, how impressed are you by this wide open space that the PS2 can render? I think it's incredible that they could do this. Oh, whoa. That red arrow misled me. Very impressed? Good, you understand. So far, no Malboros. Oh, wrong target. Shoot. Oh, there's nothing for me to hit with them anyways. It's a magic enemy. No, there goes that. This is what video games will be in 2001. It's true. This unironically was the thing showing what video games could be now. You could have big open spaces and half as much jittering polygons. Only a fraction of what they had before. Again, shoot, I should have healed. Didn't even really think about that. Oh well, I can get some healing in for Tidus instead. Gotta build that up. I think I need to do 200 heals total for him to, it might be based on how much he heals, but I think it might be you have to heal allies 200 times to get his healer overdrive. How could you not be impressed by that? I mean, are you at a loss for words by how impressive it is to have a giant open space you can wander around? Like, sure, it may be a bit empty, but it's a big open space. This was literally what would set the groundwork for the entire late 6th gen and all of 7th gen. Keeping Riku out is definitely slowing things down, but that's just how it has to be if I want to not get hit by a Malboro. I could just switch her back in, but I'll never remember to do that, and it'll come back to bite me at the last possible second when I least suspect. So I'm sure I've mentioned it somewhat, but the way stealing works in this game is each time you succeed, the chances go down by half. So right now I have a 12.5% chance. So it's really not that low, so I shouldn't be missing that much, but whatever. Man, Auron is not doing so good. Like, he can't really accomplish anything. Final Fantasy VII was a technical marvel? Yeah. Yeah, no, Auron actually isn't that frail. He has lots of health and decent defense in both categories because he has Lulu and his defenses stacked together. It's just I keep forgetting about him and prioritizing other stuff. Oh, that's really low damage. I didn't notice how bad that was. They really want you to use a fast character. I should have brought out Wakka. Forgot about that. Oh well. Look how slow you move on the map. This place is so gargantuan. You really need those chocobos. Because you see, then they can show off just how fast they can load these polygons in when you're moving somewhat faster as chocobo. Nice. Good. Auto Remedy working as intended. It only works on herself though, but I think, or it might be like Auto Potion maybe. Auto Potion can be very busted but also very resource draining because every time you get hit, you'll use a potion, and if you have no weak potions, it'll use whatever the next tier up it is. So if you only have Mega Potions, it means every time you get hit, you heal for 2,000. But eventually you run out of Mega Potions, obviously. So you know. Double-edged sword, I guess. Alright, so there are some very dangerous Machina, but I don't think that's one of them. You know, not great for Riku herself, but if I could build up her defenses and get Sentinel, then the Auto Med plus Provoke could probably be pretty useful for tanking purposes. Although a lot of status stuff is AoE. I don't know. Gotta really strategize at this point, I guess. Hey, landed a hit. Good for you. Oh yeah, I've got magic counter on Tidus. I gotta see if that actually happens at some point. Hopefully it does something. Alright, I gotta use Lulu. Okay, I got some more turns. It'll work out. And yeah, I'll do some healing with Tidus, not an Albed potion. I really gotta just force myself to use Tidus to heal. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get his overdrives. I'm not even sure how good the overdrives will be, but if there's even just some way to get some magic damage, even actually, if I can just get Tidus's overdrives for the sake of using Entrust, which is just past the end of his sphere grid, then I can build up like Yuna's or something like that, and that'll be a perfectly fine use for his overdrives. He doesn't need to actually use them. Nice! You got a hit in instead of turning them to stone, so I got an overkill. Really nice showcase of Remedy, honestly, the auto Remedy. Very nice of them to set this up just for me. Now, Poison Fangs, I know what they do, but Dream Powder... Oh, weird! Auto Remedy doesn't work on that because I'm asleep. Huh. Interesting. You do your work, Yuna. You can do it. Your strength is coming up. Didn't use Aron. Shoot! I keep hitting at least one person at this point. Gotta say, as important as the Calm Lands are, I think it's got a very weak soundtrack. This is a very uninteresting song they've got going. It reminds me of like a low-end Final Fantasy 8 or maybe 9 track. Or even maybe a 7, actually. This does have kind of a 7 town energy. Almost there. Yeah! Home free. Oh, I think this is the first and only instance of Lulu's theme.
Long time no see.
And also the first and only instance of Lulu's story.
You certainly don't look like Mr. Kinok's murderer.
What you say?
Please, tell us what has happened.
Maester Micah just issued a personal order.
It is very strange that Lulu's entire backstory is super optional.
Murdered Maester Kinok and fled.
Lulu backstory real? Yeah.
Or so it says.
If you do this and
What of Bavel?
what's it? Yojimbo's temple. Speaking of Yojimbo, I can't believe I forgot to mention this.
After the death of Maester
So in
Kinok,
Opera Omnia,
Kelbronso
the city of
left
Gacha they have, their newest thing they're doing is weapons that give
Getting around
characters
will be easier
like
with
dual
the
techs, like
element
Chrono
disarray.
Trigger. So every character teams up with a different
But
Final
be
Fantasy
careful,
character,
my
like a
friends.
character who's not from
You
their
have been
game,
branded
and
enemies
does some sort of team
heaven.
attack. So some of them are kind of
You
boring,
should
where it's
avoid
just like
temples for the time being.
like Kane and
Thank you,
Aranea
Father Zook,
from
for your
4
warning.
and 15 respectively team up,
Father,
and all
you
they
came
do
all
is
the
they
way
just
here
both jump,
just to tell us
which is
this?
kind of dull. But
To tell
Yuna's
the
just
truth,
got revealed,
I was
and
a
it's
little
really
curious to
cool
see-
because it's Yojimbo. But what it is she teams up with Bartz,
I hope
and
the
then so she
pilgrimage goes
summons,
well.
and
For
Bart
your
uses
sake,
Gil
too.
Toss, and then
Thank you, Father.
Yojimbo, like, you don't see Yojimbo
must be
himself,
off.
but he sends
I shall
Zanmato
pray for
down,
all
the
of you.
sword Zanmato, and then Bart uses it to do an like a strike, like the Zanmato strike. And it's really cool. I really love that kind of crossover stuff, and I hope they do more cool team ups like that. All right, where's Kimari? I gotta get his relationship points up. You can't hide from me.